Hi everyone, welcome to SS Speaks. Throughout the month of February, I'll be talking about love, relationship, marriage, and everything in between because this is the month of love. No pressure, guys. You'll be getting premium content from me that would enrich your mind. I also discovered that many people who watch my videos do not subscribe. So if you're new here, you're watching this video, you have not subscribed. Come on now, support your girl. Just click the subscribe button, okay? So today we'll be looking at why you should not marry him. Ladies, this video is for you. I'm going to be telling you reasons why you can decide to say no to a marriage proposal. My ladies, the moment a guy asks you out for dating, relationship, or for marriage is the time when you need to be sensitive, extra sensitive, asking the right question because you don't want to rush into marriage and rush out. So there are so many signs you need to start looking out for whether this person is worth spending the rest of your life with. And today I'm going to be telling you reasons why you should not marry him. The essence of every relationship is to lead to marriage, right? So if he asks you out, you are hoping that you guys will get married someday. But I need you to be comfortable with the fact that sometimes not all relationship will end in marriage. And if it doesn't end in marriage, it means that God has better plans for you. So do not be keen on making sure that relationship work out when you have seen obvious red flags. Like they are red, they are not orange or yellow, they are glaring red, thick blood red. Once you see it, what should you do? Carry your bag and say bye. The first reason why you should not marry him is if he's not physically attracted to you. You want to marry somebody who appreciates you, who loves you, who thinks you are physically attractive, who thinks you are beautiful just the way you are. Don't get it twisted. God made us all beautiful. He said you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So there is no one that is ugly. But men have preference. They have the kind of woman that they envisage they want to get married to. So if he doesn't find you physically attractive, if he doesn't appreciate your beauty, if he doesn't like worship you, in quotes, worship you, like adore you, admire you, then you shouldn't marry him. Some men will say, like a fat lady, and there's nothing wrong with being fat, but maybe their preference is a slim lady. You see a fat lady, you approach her, you ask her out, you want to marry her. Now you are telling her that she needs to lose weight because she doesn't look attractive. So why did you ask her out if she's not your preference? You need to go with your own spec. Like you don't need to force a woman to be what she's not. So that kind of a woman now will be depressed every day, going to the gym, trying to lose weight. Woman would think she's not okay, she's not beautiful, whereas she's beautiful just the way she is. So any man that does not appreciate you, does not value you, does not see you as physically attractive and fit for him is not worth marrying. Because marriage is such a lifelong journey that you don't want to spend the rest of your day thinking that he made a mistake or he doesn't find you attractive or he's not the right person for you. So you want to marry somebody that loves you, that respects you, that values you, that sees beauty in you because you are beautiful just the way you are. Jokes aside, sometimes it's also important that we pay attention to how we look. Ladies, pay attention to how you look, pay attention to how you present yourself, pay attention to your skincare, to your facial expression, to your facial looks, to your, your manicure, your pedicure, like to your I'm also guilty of this, right? But pay attention to how you look. But of course, you don't want to marry somebody that does not find you attractive because you don't want him to think to treat you as shit, or you don't want him to be admiring other ladies when he has chosen to marry you. So you want a man who worships you, who sees you as his one and only. So you want someone that does not think he's doing you a favor because some men are like, I just they help you. See as your nyash flat. Some men will say, I just they help you. You are not my spec. You don't want somebody that will make you feel like he's doing you a favor. No, because you are such a huge blessing. The Bible says, he that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. So you are bringing favor to him. So he's not doing you a favor. You guys are partnering to, receive heaven's blessing. So he should see you as such. So any man that thinks he's doing you a favor, he doesn't find you attractive, please do not always try to think of what you can do, what you can change. Maybe you need to change your nose, maybe you need to do some plastic surgery, maybe you need to change the color of your skin because maybe he likes fair ladies and you are dark. You think, okay, if I can just like make myself a little bit lighter, maybe he would love you. No, God made you perfect. He made you beautiful just the way you are. So you don't need to change how you look just because he doesn't like you that way. The second reason why you should not marry him is if he's not independent. You want to marry a man who can think objectively, who can take the lead. If there are strategic decisions to be taken, he can think on his feet. He can say, this is the way we are going. He can say, this is the direction God is leading me. He can think independently. You don't want to marry a mommy's boy that will say, wait, let me call my mommy. Wait, let me call my daddy. Wait, let me call my sister. No. And you also do not want a man that will depend on you for everything that he needs to do, that he cannot, he needs your own judgment. Of course, it's good for men to listen to their woman, but at least he should be independent. He should be able to think objectively. So you want to marry a man who is sensible, who knows where he's going, who is intelligent enough to make decisions and to carry along that journey. Another reason why you should not marry him is if he's insecure, if he doesn't want you to succeed, if he doesn't want you to go higher than him. And it's easy for you to detect a person who is insecure. Watch how he celebrates your win. When you celebrate, when you tell him about something beautiful that you've achieved, one vision that came to life, how does he celebrate you? Does he think that your win is his win, or he thinks, this girl is going too fast, I need to stop her? You need to observe him. These are things you find out in the friendship stage, in the courtship stage, like how he celebrates your win. Does he think, oh, with this wonderful achievement of yours, maybe you just finished your icon, you just got a certification, or you just bought a car, and you're like, wow, this car is so lovely. Let me drive it for you. Let me test drive it. Don't worry, I'm gonna wash your car for you. Like he's so excited when you win. When you find that kind of a man, embrace him. But if you find someone that will say, why did you get a car? You know I don't have a car. You know you're marrying an insecure man. When you say, why do you want to go do your master's when I only have a bachelor's degree? It shows that this man does not want you to go higher. Now, the goal is not competition. It's not about who has a master's, who has a PhD degree. The goal is collaboration, working together as a team, because your win is my win. We are one team. It's not one, it's not, we're not two opposite sides of a coin. No, we are in the same place. We are on the same boat. We are working together. So if you win, I am winning. So any man that is insecure, does not want you to progress, does not want you to go higher than him, is a sign that you should run away. I love it when men lead. I love a man who is higher than me. I love a man who is prosperous. I love it when a man is progressing. But there are times when women have to step up. There are times when maybe something happens to the man's job. Maybe something happens to him. He has a physical disability. Maybe something unfortunate happens to his business. Who will support him at that point? This is where I have a problem with men who think the woman should not work, the woman should not do anything, rely solely on my income. Because there are times when women have to step up. That's why you find out that some families, the moment something happens to the breadwinner, everything about their life crumbled. And we don't want that. We want two independent people to be able to work, contribute effectively, and work as a team to make the family progress. So, men, allow the woman to shine. When she's shining, you are shining, because people will be like, who is the husband of this lady? So, she is not there to intimidate you or to suppress you. She's there to make you also shine and be recognized. So, ladies, if you find a man who does not celebrate you, does not want you to win, does not want you to go higher, it is a sign that you should not marry him. Another reason why you should not marry him is if he's promiscuous. Believe me, you want to marry a man who has self control. You don't want a man who chases everything on that skirt. I know that there's a way men are wired. Having been married for a while, I know that God, the way sex is to a man is not the way it is to a woman. Of course, there are exceptions to this, but men love sex. It is a fact. In short, it is food. I remember when I was getting married, Pastor Esther, there was one thing that she told me that stood up for me. She said, sex is food to a man. It's food, though. Like, it just the way you desire to eat food to feel okay and perfect. That is the way sex is to a man. There's the way it, drives their body, make them function optimally. I don't know how God made them that way. Anyway, but that is the way they are wired. But of course, that's why we have the context of marriage to be able to exercise and explore that ability. So you don't want a man who is not self-controlled, cannot discipline himself, that once he sees anything on that skirt, he wants to chase after that thing. That means that when your cousins come to visit you, they are not safe. When your siblings come to visit you, they are not safe. When it goes on business trips, you will be worried. When it goes on any outing, you will be worried. So you want a man who has self-control. And he must have demonstrated that he has self-control while you are dating. Any man that wants to sleep with you while you are dating is not worth sleeping with. It's a sign that he will not be able to exercise self-control. So you guys need to like set boundaries while you're dating. You need to observe what his sexual beliefs are, what he believes about sex outside of marriage. Because if he's faithful while he's single, he will also be faithful while he's married. The truth is that you cannot monitor a man 24/7. You can only do as much as you can. So trying to check his phone, who is he with today, who is it tomorrow, is you just giving yourself unnecessary high blood pressure. So if you have seen signs that he's promiscuous, he keeps cheating on you and coming back to apologize, and you forgive him and say he will change, that is a red flag for you. Except you are ready to live that way for the rest of your life. Because there's a woman who will be like, as long as he does not bring it to my side, as long as he's taking care of me and my children, I'm fine. Well, if that is what you see as marriage, if that is your definition of marriage, fine. But to us who believe in the sacredness of marriage, we believe that any man that is not able to control himself, that is promiscuous, is a sign that you should not marry him. Don't marry him if he thinks you need to prove your fertility. Yes, there are some men who say you need to be pregnant before I get married to you. And you want to trick your head. Apart from the fact that God says marriage is honorable and the bed undefiled, and it says flee from sexual immorality, and he believes that it's only in the context of marriage that you should have sex. Apart from that, you want to believe a man who says you have to get pregnant first before you marry him. What if you get pregnant and he still denies the baby? You become a single mama. Is that what you want? Is that the kind of life you want for yourself? No. So you need to marry someone who has the same belief. I believe I'm speaking to Christians who believe that when we get married is when we would start exploring sex, and that's when we'll have babies. So if that is the case, then you don't want a man who thinks that you need to prove that you are fertile. What of him? How do we know if he is a problem? That's why it's also good to go through, have some series of tests before you get married, where you can check like your fertility, to check that the man is okay, the woman is okay. And if you know that you have any issues, you guys can like tell each other, like confide in each other, and believe God to change the narrative. For any man that says you have to prove that you're fertile, you have to get pregnant before you marry him, is a big red flag. So run away. If he's emotionally or physically abusive, do not marry him. Any man who makes you question your self-worth is a red flag. If he makes you feel less of yourself, if he thinks you are stupid, if he thinks you are bringing nothing to the table, that he is the Lord and all that knows all things, it is a sign that you should not marry him. Many people pay attention to physical abuse, to someone that is torturing you, that is beating you, and all of that. People do not pay attention to emotional abuse, but that is so important. What words do you listen to at the start of your day? Any man who would say negative words, prophesy negative words over yourself, abuse you, insult you, make you feel that you have nothing to offer, is not worth marrying. Don't stay with that person, because what can you achieve when you listen to negative words over time? You will become a product of what you hear and listen. So please be careful of words spoken over you. When I was serving, I had this lady who I met, and we're trying to get her number so that at least at the end of the day we'd be able to keep in touch. And she said there was no point for her to give us her number because that number would be changed. She told us of how her boyfriend would, physically abuses her, beats her, and all of that, but she cannot leave him. Why? Because he paid for her school fees. And I understand the rationale. He has done so much for you, but you are in pain, you're in torture, you're not happy. That's why I think women need to be financially independent. Of course, parents have their role to play. If that lady's parents had paid for her fees, given her, showered her with all the love that she needed, she wouldn't have had to depend on a man to pay for her fees. She told us that she would not have a phone number because he would break that SIM and change it. So obviously, she won't be able to keep up with us. Imagine what the rest of her life will look like. That is hell. And marriage was not designed for you to be in hell. Rather, it was designed for you to be in heaven, to be enjoyable, to be pleasurable, for you to have a good companion that you will do life with, that will you share your stories, your pain, your joy with. So you don't want to marry someone that would make you cry for the rest of your life, such that you are not productive in any aspect of your life. You detach from your family, you detach from your friends, you detach from yourself. You don't want a man that is emotionally and physically abusive, even if he has paid for your bills before. If it is possible for you to return all the money, please return it and gain your freedom, because that man may kill you and marry somebody else. So please love yourself. Ladies, love yourself. You deserve awesome love. You deserve perfect love. You deserve someone that would love you without physically abusing you. And such love exists. There are men who will treat you like a queen, that would buy you gifts, buy you flowers, take you out, treat you like the queen that you are. You don't have to endure torture and physical pain to feel loved. Don't marry a man who is not kind. Yes, don't marry a man who is not kind. You want someone who has the fruits of the spirit: love, patience, kindness. Because you need kindness. You need someone that has the heart of God. Because imagine that you just had a baby. Your baby is crying. You are in pain. And the man sits down there and says, "No, this is the work of a woman. She has to do with the kids. I don't care." How would you feel? You'll be in pain. So if you see him that he's mean to other people, he's mean to his sisters, he's mean to the waitress, he's mean to people on the street, he's mean to his church member, it is a sign that this man is not kind. The fact that he's treating you like a queen and does not mean he will continue to treat you like a queen. You want to see how he treats people around him. Is he fair to them? Is he kind to them? Because one day you will need his help, and if he's mean to others, he will be mean to you. Don't marry a man who is not kind, who is not considerate, who is not sacrificial, who does not want anything that will inconvenience him. You want someone that has your best interest at heart, who is considerate, who loves you so much that he would not want to see you in pain or torture or crying. Like, you want somebody who cares a lot about you. So if he's not kind, if he doesn't care about you, if he doesn't show signs of kindness, please do not marry him. If he has anger issues, do not marry him. How does he react when he's angry? Does he shout everywhere? Does heaven let loose? Does he like to talk over problems? If you have disagreements, how do you resolve your conflict? Is he patient enough to listen to you and then sit down objectively to resolve the issue? Or does he just say he has a final say? It's whatever he says that should be that should be considered. You want someone that listens. And that takes me to the last point, which is marry somebody who is accountable. Who can you call when he's angry? Who does he listen to? Does he think he's the Almighty God? He knows it all. Like, he knows he doesn't need anybody to, he has his life figured out. He knows the end from the beginning. Like, he doesn't need anybody to question his decisions, to question his judgment, to question his steps, because he's full of wisdom, like wisdom from above, greater than Solomon. He knows it all. No, you need somebody that at least listens to somebody. Ask him, who is your accountability partner? Who is your mentor? Who do you listen to? Is he your father? Is he your spiritual father? Like, who can I call when we're having issues? And it's not because you want to come and be reporting him all the time, or reporting him for maybe a small mistake that you have, but because you want to know that he listens to somebody. Because there will be times when you need to just, you know, speak to somebody about your husband. I pray that time does not come, but there might be times when you need to. And you need to be sure that if you speak to somebody, somebody calls him, he would listen, and he will have a second thought about it. Don't marry a man that is one man mopo, that knows it all. No. Marry somebody that listens to others, that has spiritual leadership over him, that has mentors that he listens to. Because when the goods are down, you'll need them. Finally, do not marry him if he does not fear the Lord. Emphasis on fear the Lord. So many people say they are Christians, they are believers, but they don't listen to God. If he fears the Lord can give him instructions on what to do. When you guys are fighting or anything happening, the Lord will say, go and apologize to your wife. The Lord will say, that thing you did is not okay. someone that listens to God, that has the fear of God, that when God speaks to him, he wants to act on it. He's obedient. He's he's meek. He listens to God. Like he treats God as his father that he adores, that he reverences, that he doesn't joke around with, that can, reset his brain. You need someone that fears the Lord, that would lead you in the way of the Lord, that has spiritual leadership over you, that would say, I have prayed for this year, and this is what God is saying concerning this year. This is how I see the year. Someone that can rise up during occasions and pray for you, because there will be times when circumstances of life will change, the scenario will change, bad things may happen, there may be, chaos. You want someone that is a priest that can pray over you, that will pray breakthrough, that will pray healing, that will pray the word of God until he sees it manifest. You want someone that fears and reverences God and has a personal relationship with God, not a Christian by mouth, but a Christian by action and lifestyle. Marry someone that fears the Lord and lives by the word of God, because there you will have peace. I am a living testimony. That's the end of my video. Do you have any feedback? Please put that in the comment section. And who else do you think we should not marry? State that in the comment section as well. Thank you for watching. Bye.